विक्टोरिया की समूह संगत गुरु नानक देव जी के 550वें प्रकाश उत्सव की बहुत बहुत बधाई।
प्यारंद जगत विच करतारन गुर फिर मेरा धन धन हमारे पास कर आया फिर मेरा कर आया फिर मेरा सोहे पंख दुआ सगला बन हरा सगला बन हरा सगला बन हरा नवल नव तन नाम बाजा कवन रसना गुण पढ़
ਦੇ ਪਾਤਰ ਇਸ ਧਰਤੀ ਦੇ ਲੋਕ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ, ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਪੁਕਾਰ ਸੁਣ ਕੇ ਇਸ ਧਰਤੀ ਤੇ ਆਏ ਹਨ ਤੇ ਪਾਤਾਲਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੈਠੇ ਦੇਵੀ ਦੇਵਤੇ ਵੀ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਜੈਕਾਰ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਸਨ, ਉਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਵੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰੀਏ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਉਸ ਦੀ ਵਡਿਆਈ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਾਂ ਵੀ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਪਾ ਸਕੀਏ। ਸ਼ਬਦ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ, ਹਰ ਮਨ ਤਨ ਵਸਿਆ ਸੋਈ
ਔਰ ਪੂਰੇ ਕੀ ਵਡਿਆਈ ਤਾਕੀ ਕੀਮਤ ਕਹਿ ਨਾ ਜਾਈ, ਜੈ ਜੈਕਾਰ ਕਰੇ ਸਭ ਕੋਈ, ਜੈ ਜੈਕਾਰ ਹਰ ਮਨ ਤਨ ਵਸਿਆ ਸੋਈ, ਜੈ ਜੈਕਾਰ ਕਰੇ ਸਭ ਕੋਈ। जय जयकार करे सब कोई, जय जयकार करे सब कोई, हर मन तन वसिया सोई, जय जयकार करे सब कोई।
To our Gurdwara on the 550 Prakashista of Guru Nanak, all the honorable MPs, honorable cabinet ministers, MLAs, Her Worship the Mayor of Victoria, His Worship Mayor of Saanich and Aldermans, and Victoria Police Chief, our own Dale Manak. Now I will hand over my mic to Sihota to commence the next further.
Today is a very significant day in the birth of our religion. It is the birth and celebration, therefore, of Guru Nanak, our first Guru. 550 years ago, he started to bring his thought and his intellect to lay the foundation for our faith and our belief. And of all of the things that he had to say, there were three that I think resonate well today. The first was the belief in one God. And that was, 550 years ago, given the conflict of religions at the time, an issue that was revolutionary. And he appealed to all of us to found our faith, or base our faith, on the belief of one God, from whom we secure our spiritual nourishment, get our guidance, and practice our values. And that belief in one God continues today within this congregation. Secondly, he believed very deeply in the notion of equality of people, rich, poor, different ethnic backgrounds, and different sexes. So the notion of equality is fundamental to the belief in our religion, and it is something that we practice on a regular and ongoing basis, and is relevant today as we still struggle with issues of equality of treatment between men and women and people of different races. And our Guru traveled all over, from Afghanistan to Iran to India, to preach the necessity of equality. And thirdly, and I think significantly, the notion of seva, service to community. That we all have an obligation to look after each other, to use this phrase, to be our brother's keeper. And that we are only as strong as our weakest, and we have an obligation to reach out to all to provide service to the community. And for those of you who are elected officials, you understand, of course, the significance of that as you practice it on a day-to-day basis. I'd now like to ask a number of people to come forward, and we'll start with municipal government, and then the provincial, and then the federal level. So first, I'd like to welcome Her Worship, the Mayor of Victoria, and any members of her council that are here to join Ms. Helps.
Milka Bahut Kusha, Tusi Menu Man Deta, Saryadu Shri Guru Nanak Ji Day, 505 Sala Day, Janam Di, Lak Lak Bedhaya. That, if you didn't understand my Punjabi, I am wishing Guru Nanak a happy 550th birthday and saying that you honor me by having me here with you today. I'm deeply honored to come once again into your place of worship to share in this very important celebration. As Mo said, the values that Guru Nanak shared 550 years ago are not only very much alive here today in your community, but are very much alive here in the wider community of Victoria. The value of service, the value of taking care of each other. So on behalf of myself and my council, I do wish Guru Nanak a very happy 550th birthday, and equally importantly, thank all of you for continuing your work of service in our community. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Madam Mayor, and I'm glad to see that your Punjabi is on par with mine. And now I'd like to ask the Mayor of Saanich and members of his council to come forward and for the Mayor to introduce other members of his council and speak on behalf of his community.
Thank you, Mo. And like Mayor Help said, it's a great honour to be here, and I bring you the best wishes of the community of Saanich and the Council of Saanich. I have Councillor Taylor on one side, Councillor De Vries on the other. They'll say something briefly too. The idea of one community, one family under one God, based on equality and service and looking after each other, is something I think is no more important than it was 550 years ago than it is today. And it's a real privilege to be here with you today to appreciate those teachings. Saanich Council, Saanich as a community, embraces equality, service to people under one God. Thank you so much for inviting us here today. I won't inflict my Punjabi on you. Perhaps my colleagues might try that. Thank you.
Well, I just want to say thank you so much to all of you here for having us. I've been coming to this temple for some time now, and I always feel so welcome. So I am honored to be asked to continue coming here, and thank you again so much.
Thanks everyone for having me here. It's been an honor to take part in this for the first time and to celebrate our shared values of community service, dedication to equality, and other things that we have in common. We can celebrate this special day of the 150th birthday of the Guru. Thank you.
So thank you very much on behalf of everyone in Saanich for letting us share this day with you.
I'd like to call for the members of the legislature to come forward. The member from Saanich, Lana Popham, the member from Victoria Swan Hill, Swan Lake, who is of course the MLA for this area, Rob Fleming, and Adam Olson, who is the member from Saanich and the Islands. I'd like to do the government members first, and then we talk about it.
Good morning, and thank you very much for the invitation to be here on this very, very special occasion, not just for this Gurdwara, but for Sikhism and communities and nations around the world, to celebrate 550 years since the birth of Guru Nanak. And I think Sihota did a very eloquent job of summarizing the three teachings of Guru Nanak that have stood the test of time and influenced the course of humanity for the better, and the influence that they've had around the world, but most importantly here in British Columbia. And to that end, I wanted to bring to your attention that Premier John Horgan and Deputy Premier Carol James, who send their best regards to those of you here today, were able to proclaim on behalf of all members of the legislature, all sides of the legislature, a formal recognition of the significance of the 550-year anniversary of Guru Nanak on behalf of the province of British Columbia. So please accept my relaying of the proclamation. We'll certainly get the Temple Executive a copy of that. And I hope that everyone will celebrate and work together to continue to further the principles of Guru Nanak and how we relate to British Columbia. We have a lot to be proud of here in this province. especially when you consider where we were a century or more ago, where Sikh peoples and others in British Columbia were, where there was a lack of social justice and equality in our country and in our province, where work and housing and discrimination were the norms in our province. And today I think we can celebrate that the contributions, the enormous contributions of the Sikh community and other British Columbians have changed this province for the better, and that there is more work to do. And I think on the occasion of the 550th anniversary of Guru Nanak, we can appreciate that, and we can vow to continue the great work that his teachings inspire in all of us in the community. Thank you for having me. Wahi Guru Ji Khalsa, Wahi Guru Ji Fateh.
It's great. Good morning, good day. The honored ones, and I thank those who have spoken before me. It is always an honor to be here and to celebrate these occasions with you, and I'm honored to be invited. Thank you for continuing to invite me on behalf of my colleagues in the BC Green Caucus. It's an honor to be asked to come and to extend our warm wishes. And as someone who comes from local First Nations culture and doing a little bit of reading this morning, I recognize the similarities and the connections between the beliefs and the faith. As we look and see in each and every one of us these values that, whether we be human or other, these values that we carry forward. And so I raise my hands to you and thank you for sharing your beautiful culture with me, and I look forward to every opportunity that I have to come and spend even a few moments with you. So thank you.
Thank you again for all the members of the legislature for taking time out of their busy schedules to be here. And finally, I'd like to ask the newly elected Member of Parliament for Victoria, who's come here before to bring greetings as a Member of Council, and now will bring greetings on behalf of her constituents, the Member for Victoria, Laurel Collins. Laurel.
Guru Khalsa, Guru Fateh. It is an honor to be here with you today, and I am honored both to be here as your newly elected Member of Parliament, but also to celebrate with you 550 years, the anniversary. And it is especially meaningful, and you've heard this from my colleagues before me, is that the values and the message that Guru Nanak brought forward these are universal values. And when I think about the work that I want to do as your Member of Parliament, those values are at the heart. We are working to build a more inclusive, a more equal, a more just world. And I'm grateful for the work that happens here at the Temple and for the work that many of you do in the community. I will be opening my office, and that'll happen in the next couple of weeks, and I invite you to come and meet with me, and I look forward to working with you and for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you all the dignitaries who came here to join us at the celebration of 550th birthday of our first Guru, Guru Nanak Dev Ji. We really appreciate it.
Sat Sri Akal, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. My name is Hansi Bagwanani, and with me is my husband and my grandbaby Maya. Most of you know we are volunteers with Operation Eyesight, and we've been volunteers for over 40 years now with Operation Eyesight. Operation Eyesight is a Canadian organization working in India, Nepal, Kenya, Ghana, and Zambia. Operation Eyesight's work is to prevent blindness and restore sight to blind. In 1933, a Canadian doctor, Dr. Ben Gullison, and his wife Evelyn went to India, and in the village of Sompita in Orissa started Netar Dan Hospital. Dr. Ben Gullison tells us that the main donor was a local Sardarji, a businessman with a very big heart. Operation Eyesight was formed in 1963 to help that hospital. Today, that hospital is declared a model hospital to follow by Vision 2020. Operation Eyesight has given sight to 1 million blind people and prevented many more from going blind. Every year on Guru Nanak Dev Ji's birthday, we come to the temple and collect donations for Operation Eyesight. Guru Nanak Ji put great emphasis on charity, helping the poor, the sick, and our brothers and sisters. I believe that there is no better way to celebrate Guruji's birthday than to give priceless gift of sight to somebody blind. Sikhs, you all are very, very generous people. We usually collect 2,000 to 3,000 every year. Hopefully today with the 550th birthday, we can double that. Whatever we collect today, my husband and I will add another 10% from our own pocket. $50 pays for an operation and eyeglasses. Where can you get a better bargain for your money than giving sight to a blind person? Not only do you change their life, but you also change their family's life when you do that. Charity Intellectual Canada, organization that checks the charities, recommends Operation Eyesight for international charity work. Sikhs are very generous people. I request that you please help us with Guru's work by giving us generous donation. Please let us celebrate Guru Nanak Ji's birthday by giving a gift of sight to our blind brothers and sisters. My husband and I will be downstairs in the Langar Hall, so please come and give generously. Thank you so much. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
So please come down, as my wife said, she said everything I had to say. Anyway, Guru Nanak put great emphasis on charity. And last time Moses I spoke here and he said he put a great emphasis on equality too. And he put so many times he put rich people in their own place, And he said, "Apas ko jo jaane ucha, wohi hai sabse necha." One who thinks who is superior to others is the lowest of all. So treat each other with love and respect. Teach each other with the equality. Rich and poor, women and men and women, children. It doesn't cost anything to be nice and kind and caring. And all the research shows the people who give are the happiest people. So give generously and support any charity, not any charity you want to support. And teach your children to support charities too. And they grow up, they not only will love you, but they will respect you as a person. And if your children are doing well, consider leaving a lasting legacy. Leaving 2%, 3%, 5% in your will for the poor. And my mother, she was very religious lady. Every morning she would read the whole Japsa, whole Sukmani, and she taught us, Ek dena, 10 parna. Whatever you give in charity, God give you 10 times more one way or other. So please give generously, we'll be down there. And finally I want to say thank you to all the volunteers and committee members who run the Gurdwara. It's not a joke to run the Gurdwara. Lots of work, lots of hard work. And we are very grateful to them for all the things they do for us. Thank you. Sat Sri Akal.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I just wanted to recognize the momentous occasion that this is for Guru Nanak Dev Ji's 550th celebration. And I'm just so proud of our community and our religion and really what Guru Nanak Dev Ji stood for and some of the tenets that he had to make sure that we lived our life with peace and that we had selfless service and that we treated all of humanity the same. I think that the teachings of Guru Nanak exist today and are applicable to today's community. So it's so nice to see the members of our Victoria community that are out here today in celebrating Guru Nanak Dev Ji and everything that he stood for and the relevance of what he had to say 550 years ago and how applicable it is today. And I'm certainly proud to be a Sikh. I'm proud to be the police chief in Victoria, and I'm proud myself to live by those same tenets that Guru Nanak Dev Ji talked about and shared with all of us. And I think we're all better for it as a community. And I think it's great to see so many people coming here to celebrate Guru Nanak Dev Ji and everything that he stood for. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
Yes,
Hi,
hello.
I'm delighted to be here with TENN Media at the Sikh Temple on Topaz to help celebrate the 550th birthday of Guru Nanak. His teachings of one God, of service and equality is never been more important now in the world. Even 550 years ago, now the world is embracing and needs to embrace service and equality of all peoples. I'm delighted to be here today on behalf of Saanich. As the Mayor of Saanich, I bring a message from our council of community sharing, one community, one family, together working for a better world for us all. I'm delighted to be here and celebrate with the Sikh community Guru Nanak's 550th birthday, and greatly appreciate the work that TENN Media do to bring that message out to everybody.
Hello there. Thank you so much for having me here. My name is Ned Taylor. I'm a Saanich councillor and CRD director. I'm very honored to be here with the Sikh community here at the Topaz Temple for the 550th birthday of Guru Nanak. I am always feel welcomed when I come to the Sikh temple here at Topaz, and when I am coming to events with your community. So thank you so much for welcoming me and always inviting me back to spend more time with you. It's a great honor to be here and to celebrate this very special day with all of you. So thank you again to TENN TV and congratulations to everyone for the 550th birthday of Guru Nanak. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Saanich Councillor Zac De Vries, and it's an honor to be here today with all of you to celebrate the 550th anniversary of the birthday of Guru Nanak. And it's been such a privilege to be with all of you, and I always feel so welcome here. So thank you for having me. I look forward to the next time, and I hope the next time is even bigger than this. We saw hundreds and hundreds of people come out today, and next time perhaps we'll be in the thousands. Thank you.
Hi there, my name is Kyle Embringham. I'd love to thank you for having me today, and I'd like to congratulate all communities on the 550th birthday of Guru Nanak. Thanks everyone.